Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lights Out Racing. This is the Assist Section 1 League. We are here for Round 5 at the Mexican Grand Prix for qualifying today. And I'm joined by Biggles. Hello.
Hello. Welcome again.
Yes, and if you want to see telemetry for this race, you can go to Biggles's channel at twitch.tv/Biggles76, if I have that correct. I pressed the run button there. I'm just trying to get the spectator menu on the game. Okay, so we are here today. This is Assist Section 1. This is Round 5 in Mexico, as we've said. We have a new championship leader now. For the first 4 races, it was Charles Noncrash in the Ferrari who had the lead of the championship. Now it is Tipsy in the Mercedes. We should have a full lobby today. As you see, there are 18 people right now. There's an alpha on an out lap. It would probably be Stone Man in that case. We should have a full grid today. We have 18 people right now. There's supposed to be Decker in the Williams, and Muniz, a reserve in the Mercedes. They have not shown up yet. Hopefully they'll show up because we enjoy having a full grid. We want to have as many people on the track as possible for tonight's action. And so far, is one very notable thing to take note of is that so far it's been 4 races and 4 winners. 4 winners in 4 races. We'll see if that streak can be kept up, and we'll see if we have a new winner today around the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. Biggles, you have anything to say so far about telemetry or about these drivers?
Just getting it all set up at the moment. There's some good quick guys. I think I remember last time if you remember, there was I think there was like almost 10 people separated by a second in qualifying.
Yeah, I think so. It's a second or a second and a half. People are getting really close. Stoneman abandons his outlap, goes straight into the pits. So we will see Squiddy will be the first person to set a lap, currently on an outlap. So he's just starting timing. 17 turns around this high altitude circuit in Mexico City. Used to be Mexico DF, as all my Spanish teachers taught me, but I have been informed that the city's name has officially changed to Mexico City.
Está bien for your español.
Yes. Yep. As of right now, again, we are seeing Squiddy in the Haas. It's doing pretty well in this Constructors Championship so far. But so far, your Constructors Championship leaders are AlphaTauri. We say AlphaTauri because we have a split season with the first 6 races in F1 2019 and this second span of 6 races in F1 2020. And the Toro Rosso / AlphaTauri team is Ezzy 9-time and of the Hood. They are your Constructors Championship leaders so far.
It's interesting because I do recall going through the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship. I will bring that up in a second so I can just go through the list.
We have your first couple people across the line. Squiddy, so we only have 2 official people across the line. Squiddy has a provisional pole, but only 2 people across the line. 1:16.469 is the time to beat. Go ahead with what you were saying.
Just now I have the. I believe I set up the driver standing, so it's scrolling consistently over the telemetry as well. So, and I'll just cross-check on that as to how close that is in the championship right now.
And we won't have another person set a lap for about like 20 seconds. Just his invalidation. Henner is now the 1:15.288. He is now your leader, as Duck Lover's just set a fastest Sector 2. I don't know about his Sector 1. But Sector 2, he has a purple sector, so we'll see what he can do coming through the stadium section, coming up to. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that corner name, even though I've taken Spanish. But coming across the line, it'll be P2. It'll be 1:15.412. Duck Lovers has the pace. He can definitely improve on that, as it's only his first lap out. So everybody can improve a little bit on their times.
Yeah, that's correct. It looks like that they're obviously going to have to set softs. I don't think anybody's really going to take. We have Chipsy that's going to in P6 that's set a time already on the hards, but that's way off the pace at the moment. He's not going to be anywhere in the top 10, so it looks like they're just setting a little, what do you call it, a banker, shall we say, on the mediums, and then they're going to have to go out on the hards because there's no way he's going to get set any really quick times right now, especially what they're pulling in 1:15.2s for Henna, 1:15.4 for Duck, and that's going to drop obviously as the track starts to wear in a little bit and as the time runs down.
Toro Rosso doing really well right now. Currently P3 and P4. They're the Constructors Champions, and they're really showing off their pace so far. As we go on board with Scrapman, who's actually invalidated their lap. Alfa Romeos have been at the back of the grid, so that it hasn't been the best of experiences for the two. As we see Charles Noncrash finally on a lap. Charles Noncrash had the championship lead until Germany. Chipsy so far in the championship lead, but has not won a race yet. Could things change in Mexico? Can Chipsy finally win?
It's possible. There's definitely, with these guys, I mean, anything can happen. Chipsy has had 2 third-place wins, one in third place in Singapore, third place in Baku. So yeah, he's leading the championship, but he's not had a win yet. He's not even been second step on the podium. So that's it's consistency, obviously, that's showing that you can still get a lot of points. But Charles Noncrash has had a win.
Yeah,
off the hoods.
Charles Noncrash went for a massive cut, just invalidated his lap. I'm guessing he was just abandoning it, and he hits the bollard coming into the pit lane, and he spins around. Luckily, didn't damage his front wing. Because he doesn't want to be out of another qualifying session after Germany having a qualifying ban. He's going because I don't know what's worse, having a qualifying ban or accidentally taking yourself out coming into the pit lane. I've done the latter before. It's not fun.
Exactly.
Cram Soup setting fastest sector 2. He's going to come across the line next. Cram Soup in the Renault. We'll see what he can do. Currently 11th in the championship, only good enough for P10. As next across the line, I think is gonna be the other Alfa Romeo gonna set their first time. Ooh, and Stoneman has a big crash against the wall with that front left tire. 1:19.063. Could have been in contention, I think, for like P10 or something. Ooh, and Vez has retired at the end of the S's. Not good. He won't be able to set a time. He's starting at the back, and we're gonna go along with Scrapman, and we see him. Yeah, you can see that Renault there at the end of the non-existent turn, I guess, between 11 and 12. I don't know if that should count as turn 12 or not. It's definitely, and it's an argument that we're not gonna have right now, because we're gonna focus on these qualifying laps.
That's definitely gonna hurt. That's for sure.
Yeah, Henner's still in pole position. Henner's currently 6th in the championship. Chipsy has invalidated their lap, not the best of showings. Right behind him, it was his Jetty, but Jetty's on an outlap, and Freeware, out of nowhere, has set pole position 1:15.0. As we see, I believe the two Toro Rossos are next. Up the Hood and SE9 time have been bumped down to P5 and 6 of the Hood into the pits. SE9 time, he'll come across the line. It'll be good for P4, 1:15.6.
There we go. So it looks like they're all going to be setting. So far, we have the top 5 all in the 1 minute 15s, and then we have 6 all the way down to P12 in the 1/6. So I'm sure there's still some more time to go. There's still 8 minutes to go. You still have a lot of people sitting in the box waiting for it to, we've seen it many times before. As the track rubbers in, they like to get out there in the last couple of minutes instead of blistering the lap, and it's almost comes down to who's going to be last across the line. Can get that inch that little bit, 100th of a second or so out of the lap.
Absolutely. Scrapman in the Alpha has been out for 4 laps now, trying to set a time only good enough for P13, and he is going off at turn 1. So I won't believe he's going to set another lap. I don't know if he's trying to retire or what exactly is going on with his car. I mean, Jetty coming across the line, trying to improve. I don't know if he did. Currently in P13.
No, didn't improve.
No, but okay.
Let's have a look at who else. There's Easy.
Oh, and Scrapman has been disqualified for parking where he did at the end of turn 1. So that's not very good for him. Qualifying went from bad to worse. Who is going to be next? It's going to be Williams. That's on an out lap. So it's going to be Duck Lovers, I believe, currently in P3. How's he been on his lap?
He's got personal bests, so let's see.
Can this be pole? No, it will not. It's P2, 115.1.
Yep, very low 15s. Wonder if anybody can break the 114s now, because Freeware's almost like a 15 flat. Let's have a few others coming around.
Iron Hammer's coming, but he's been invalidated. Next, I believe, is God of Hellfire. Currently 9th in championship standings. Currently finished 8th, 5th, DNF, and 6th have been his results. Coming across the line, HP 5, 115.7.
Yeah, lost a little bit in the second sector there.
Henner's not able to improve. Squiddy invalidates. So Strifium's on an out lap, and then I believe Charles Non-Crash again just not being able to settle a lap time. He wants to get back in this championship fight. Either he has had a tough time with this circuit, or he's just has not been surpassing the expectations that he has set himself.
I think Charles abandoned his.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
There's Cram Soup outlap.
Most people are either coming into the pits or heading out right now.
Yeah,
6 minutes left.
His time's out. Yeah, I think they're going to start boxing. Let's have a look at Zip. Zip locked outlap. Okay, so I think Chip will be the first. Chipsy will probably be the first of the lap runners if he doesn't box, followed by Henna.
Coming through the stadium section, Gypsy's currently in the championship lead, wants to do a lot better than 11th. He's going to come across the line. That will be a lot better than 11th. That is second place. But Henners has now set provisional pole, 114.828. Finally, the driver has gotten into the 14s in this race, in this qualifying session. Not a race.
I mean, it's amazing because Hannah had set the second sector fastest sector.
The other Alfa Romeo is out through turn 9. So Alfa Romeos will be starting at the back of the grid today.
Oh yeah, that was that stone.
Yeah, we've become
I think
familiar now
more from
starting at the back.
Gypsy, because he set the fastest first sector and third sector, and Hentai set the fastest second sector. So
Cram Soup has lost an end plate coming into the pit lane. Did not judge that pit lane entry correctly. Luckily, he might be able to stay in, to go around again. We have 4 minutes left. It depends how long it'll take to repair that end plate. Currently, Cram Soup in P13.
I believe it's about 30 seconds or something like that, I think, for the 10. They're pretty quick once they pull the car in the garage.
Good.
Okay, here we go. Chipsy. What's Chipsy? No, he's going.
Yeah, he's going into the pits. Is Henry going to try and set another one, or is he going into the pits as well?
Yeah,
I think most people are going into the pits for their just getting ready for their last 1 or 2 runs.
Only fun right now.
Yeah, JJ is currently on their outlap. Start is building a bit of a train behind him. There's a Toro Rosso and a Ferrari.
Okay, so it's JJ. I keep calling him Fun. I just renamed to JJ. Then it might make it easier.
Yeah.
I can't read the rest of the name.
Yeah, the funky JJ. It's his full name.
Yeah, I'll just change it to JJ in the telemetry. Okay.
Yeah, it's valid. You know, but now
So
you can definitely see
he's setting personal bests, so he might improve right now.
he's on an outlap though.
Yeah, but even personal bests
he's
on
slowing. He's slowing down a little bit. Just waiting to get going. No, he's heading into the pits.
He's gonna box quick. He's gotta be really quick then.
He's gotta be really quick if he wants to.
All right, so then now first up on the laps would be Gentai.
No, it'll be Iron. It'll be Iron Hammer.
Jetty
actually got out of the way for Iron Hammer. It was kind of blocking his way, so got out of the way. So it's not really gonna be an outlap, and this will be Iron Hammer's real first chance at it. Coming through Moises Solana. And coming on to the back straight. You can call it the back straight, more of a side straight, is if you're looking at the orientation that I'm looking at, or the map.
Yep.
And through, who's?
I'm like race control here. I have all the screens everywhere. Okay.
Charles Noncrash still trying to set a lap. It is who's gonna be next across the line? It's gonna be Duck Lovers. If that's an out lap. Scooty's Striffian's on an out lap. I'm just trying to see who's the next. So I still do believe it is Iron Hammer who's going to be the first.
He's done a personal best. He's a little bit slow in the second sector. See what he can do in the third.
Coming through the stadium section, really nailed that turn 13. Coming through Pelotada. I did not get that name right. Coming across the line. What it'll be? It'll only be P8 1:15.9.
Improved.
And Charles Noncrash finally setting a time, only good for P9 1:16.0.
Yeah, and Charles is doing pretty good in the championship as well. So
yeah,
Charles
that's
second.
Yeah, that's concerning for him. Freeware though, how is he doing? How's he doing on his outlap? He's on a flying lap. Sorry,
he's not improving on his first sector at least. Easy has improved. No, they're on the outlaps. Yeah, Easy's improved on his. So let's see.
Jetty has invalidated.
Freeware's gone a little faster in his second sector, but not the overall fastest. He's not going to get P1 with that lap time.
Duck Lovers in the pits. That'll be his qualifying over as Freeware improves on his time. That is pole position 1:14.7, but it's only provisional pole. We'll see if Henners will be able to take it back later in the session.
Wow, where did that come from? That's amazing.
Yeah, we're not expecting that. Now it's Ezzy 9 time across the line. Currently P5 will not be able to improve as Ziploc retires in the session. Looking at, barely looking at the points. Currently P11 has not found points yet. Ziploc has not found points yet in this league. Will be wanting to. Taking race, and there's a McLaren off. Yeah, that is Ziploc. Yeah, now Ezzy is going to retire.
So JJ's looking good.
Striffium will not get there in time.
Oh, wow.
Striffium is not going to cross the line in time. That's going to be his qualifying over, starting in P12. What can Squiddy do, though? Squiddy coming across the line, currently P13, and it is now P11, 116.2. Chipsy, what can Chipsy do? Can he? No, going into the pits.
Middle box. Check off the hood. He might improve. He's coming in the final corner.
Of the hood. Hold on, I'm trying to navigate to him. Coming across the line, it is P8, 115.8.
So he squeezed out Iron there and Charles.
Can Cram Soup improve? That is P14. Cram Soup, though, has finished in the points every race, though.
Squid. Is it Squid? I think it's Squid on my... No, it's
Striffium. That should be it for qualifying. Freeware will start on pole, and it will be Henners, Chipsy, Duck Lovers, and Ezzy 9 time. Barring any penalties, I did not see any. I did not see any other ones come up besides Scrapman. He's already slid at P18.
Yeah, I don't see any on here, but I only get corner cutting penalties in the telemetry, so that will be it. So there we got a couple of boys in the late 114s. So we did kind of think that somebody was going to break that. So two Freeware and Hannah in the 14s, and then we got what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers there in the 115s, and then the rest of them 16s, 17s, and 19s. There you have it.
Yeah, that'll be the first. That will be in the 1-2. That'll be the first 11 drivers within a second and a half of each other. Then it kind of gets more spaced out as we go down. And we're gonna head to the race in just a second. Gonna start the music for you, and we will see you there. Bye bye. For now, very quick. Bye bye. Hello, welcome back. We are here for the Mexican Grand Prix. This is round 5 of the Assist Section 1 season and the 12th race in LOR history. We are here at the Autodromo Jimenez Rodriguez in Mexico City. This 11-turn circuit will play host to this week's racing in LOR. Your last official F1 winner was Lewis Hamilton on this server. This is where he clinched his 6th world championship, and fastest in-game in-race lap 1:18.741 set by Valtteri Bottas. Going to your standings, Tipsy currently leading the standings, starting from P3 in this race. Charles Non-Crash, Of the Hood, Squiddy, Duck Lovers, and Henners, all within a shadow of a doubt all within this championship fight. Going down to the bottom of the points, Squirmy on 1 point. We will be looking to improve. Ziploc having a good showing, starting in P12. He might try and get his first points today as we get to the end of the standings and we get on our way for this race. When I say on our way, we are on our formation lap. For those who have just joined, it is not just me here. I am joined in the pit lane by Biggles. How are you doing?
Welcome. I'm doing very good, thank you. I'm looking forward to this race. It's a very close championship. There's still a lot to play here. We don't have much mixed strategy on there. Ziploc in P12 is the first of the medium runners. So as they all get bunched up and have their tires all warm, getting ready to line up on the grid. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if any sort of strategy plays out here, how long the softs are going to run, etc., etc. I'm really looking forward to this. So let's get this race started.
Yep, everyone lining up on the grid. AI taking over, getting them to their grid slots. Only Ziploc, Strithia, and Jetty on the medium tires. The rest are on softs today. I'm just back of the grid. Scrapman lining up on this grid, and I'm just trying to find the best race angle for you guys. It should be right here. It should be the best angle to be up for your start, but there we go. Okay. All right, we have the 5 red lights coming on. And away we go. We start this race. SE9 time gets a poor start, and the rest are following him. Down the straight we go. All cars side by side. You see 3 wide, 4 wide coming into the first turn, and there's some end plate loss. There's some contact down in the back as Henners and Freeware currently fighting for P1. Currently side by side going into the back straight. Chipsy trying to find his way through. 3 wide for first place as Chipsy manages to storm from third place and potentially take first. But Henners is going to close the door coming into turn 5 and say, no, no, no. He's going to take his slot back. Freeware is looking for his chance. It is Henners who is now taking the lead at this race. Freeware falling from first to third, and Squiddy gets a severe collision penalty. 5 seconds going on as Striphium. You see, Striphium was very close behind God of Hellfire, has fallen back a bit.
We have a safety car.
Ooh, we have a safety car already. That's not good. Do you know what the cause of that safety car was?
There was a bit of a collision at the back there. I believe that there was a McLaren in there. There was a couple of cars.
Yeah.
Cramp Boots lost out there. Squid Eyes lost out. He's dropped 5 positions. Iron Hammer's dropped 8 positions off the grid there. Also, God of Hellfire dropped 2. And Freeware, obviously, from P1 had dropped 2 positions off the start. And they're boxing as well. Henna's boxed. Freeware's boxed.
Yeah, Squiddy is losing an end plate, and he will definitely be boxing. Henners and Freeware first and second place boxing. Tipsy deciding to stay out. Squiddy, another 5-second penalty for staying out. Vez getting a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Squiddy.
There's a collision in the pit lane.
That must have been where Vez had it. What happened there?
Oh, in the pit lane there was a collision, one car or the other, but I believe that's all AI anyway, so there's nothing drivers can do about that. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see later on with Stewart reports. And Stoneman gets a 5-second penalty for extending track limits under the safety car. So already we're getting a lot of penalties here.
Yeah,
interesting.
This is cost the front runners. They've obviously boxed to get rid of
Ooh,
those.
and Scrapman, 5-second penalty for a collision with Ezzy 9 time. Ezzy currently has both of his wings. Oh, and there's an Alfa Romeo in the wall.
That might have been the collision that I saw in the pit lane.
Yes. No, collision in the wall out of turn 5. Scrapman losing an end plate.
Oh yes. Oh wow. Yeah, he's gonna have to box now.
And a lot of his front wing.
Okay, so the leaders, Hannah and Freeware, both boxed to the medium.
Medium
so they
tires.
Just want to get rid of those softs immediately. That's obviously dropped them all the way back now into what are we looking at? P13, P14, and JJ. I think JJ was back there. So let's see how that strategy plays off for them, because they've obviously lost track position now, but they know that they can run a lot longer. Do you know how long those softs run approximately in this?
I don't. I'm not an expert on how long tires run at certain circuits.
You think we can talk to Easy right now while we're in the safety car?
Sure. If it's possible to bring him in. Let me see. Ziploc has not scored points yet, but currently in P7 and on the mediums. He'll have a good shot at it today. As I am just looking at people who have no points currently. But that is no, I don't really see anyone really who has no points who really has a shot at it. Most of these people, besides the Alfa Romeos, most of these the people in the race have some sorts of points to their name.
Yeah, that's correct. So I don't know how to bring Easy in here. I can just send an invite, so we'll see. I'm still new to Discord, so I do apologize about that. But it would be good to kind of maybe talk to these drivers during the safety car period, because they're not. All they have to do is focus on keeping the tires, listen to Jeff, see what Jeff has to say. Oh, here we go. Hey.
Hello.
So. We're glad that you can speak to us while you're behind the safety car right now. Can you explain what happened?
Oh, between Scrapman and me?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your race start?
Oh, my race start was bad.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, getting off the line wasn't the best of starts.
And this time the lights going out, and that cost me 5 spots. Between Scrapman, Ziploc, we're coming to a corner. Ziploc was braking in front of me. I hit the brakes as well. I was going a little bit faster than I needed to brake fairly hard to make the corner. And Scrapman must have been too close behind and hit me.
Yeah, you've dropped three positions from the start. So we'll let you go now, because I'm sure the safety cars are going to be coming in. So thank you very much. And if we have another safety car or something, we'd like to chat to you again.
Thank you. Yeah, I got to make up these positions. It's not great.
All right,
stuff.
good luck.
Yep. Bye.
Safety car staying out another lap. Scrapman didn't catch back up in time, but now he's at the back of the train. So surely at the start of lap 5, we will be starting.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was almost going to be the start. I didn't want to distract him too much, but that's great. And I'm hoping that we can get a little bit more from drivers to chat to us during the race too, when we have safety cars and so forth. So that would be quite exciting for everybody out there to have a listen to what the drivers think about their race starts and perhaps their strategies and so forth, and what they're going to do. Obviously, we heard from Easy, uh, who dropped 3 places from the start, what happened. So let's see how he goes. If he can make his way up, he is in P8. So Gypsy and Duck Lovers and Off the Hood are our top 3 with Charles. Charles done too bad, not too bad. Both Off the Hood and Charles done pretty good from the start. They've gained Off the Hood's gained 5 positions. Charles has gained 6 positions. So and Stiffrium as well had gained 7 positions. So, but that's obviously because we did have both Hannah and Freeware, who were in the lead, both box early to go to the mediums.
And as soon as we get to the end of the second sector, we should get the notification that the safety car will be coming in, and it will be up to the man in front of not only this race, but this championship, Gypsy, to decide when to start. And we are at the end of sector 2, and we do get the notification, safety car in this lap, and now Gypsy can take it at whatever pace he likes.
And what I'm really impressive right now, we still have 18 runners.
Yep, everybody's still in the game. You're gonna wait for Gypsy, wait to see when he's going on. Seems to be a late start, not going just yet, still waving around. It seems to be going. Duck Lovers seeming to have a good run on him, but falling back a little bit. As we see the start, but they're getting closer. And Duck Lovers going for the overtake on Gypsy for the lead in Of the Hood, swinging around. Oh, it's gonna be 4 wide, and that's Charles non-crash.
That's 2 cars
And
out.
got a Hellfire. That is
Hellfire.
carnage on the safety car restart.
Yeah, Charles lost it and went into God of Hellfire.
Yeah, Of the Hood and Charles made contact. That I don't exactly know whose fault that was, but that sent Hellfire spinning around. Meanwhile, we have to talk about Duck Lovers taking the lead of this race.
We got cars off everywhere here.
Ooh, and Stoneman has left the session now.
Yeah, Stoneman's gone off. No, he's back in, I think. Yeah, he's got damage, obviously. There's a bit of carnage there. I can't see the other car. I think.
Ooh, and that's stripping him around. And people having to go to avoid it. That is a Ferrari. That is Jetty's race over, and there's contact between Ezzy and JJ.
Yep, Ezzy and JJ. There's front wing everywhere.
Yeah, and that's a VSC. There are gonna be a lot. Of reports to the LOR stewards.
Yes, I can imagine. I'm surprised that wasn't a full safety car actually, because literally in that lap we had 2 or 3 people crash and go off and spin. Yet we still only have a VSC. Wow.
Yeah, it's steady out. A lot more people coming into the pits. Ezzy 9-time having to come in to replace his end plate. What a yeah. Scrapman's still going, but he is being controlled by an AI right now. Henders and Freeware back to the lead of this race as Duck Lovers and everyone else in front currently pitting for mediums or hards.
Yeah, it's just the time now, obviously.
Yeah, 6 laps in. Yeah, it's a good time. And it is VSC has ended. We are back to green flag racing. We're gonna go and look at this battle for first place. It is 3 MRL boys right now. Henners, Freeware, and JJ fighting for it. Gonna go on board with JJ, trying to chase after Henners in the Haas. JJ is a replacement for Julian, who cannot make tonight's race. So far, doing a very good job. Last race in Germany came in 3rd place. Henners, meanwhile, where is he on the list? Came in 2nd in Germany, as Strippium is getting close to the ghosted Scrapman and will be able to overtake, as Henners sets the fastest lap so far at this Grand Prix, 1:21.9.
So this is also interesting. During this, Vez in P4 in the Renault, he'd boxed and went for softs again, surprisingly. But he's also the biggest gainer from the start, because he's up 13 positions right now into P4.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to go for a two-stop. Going to go soft, soft, medium. Ezzy also choosing to go to the soft tires after his pit stop.
I'm showing Scrapman as ghosting. So that's
Yeah,
probably-
Scrapman is definitely ghosting right now.
That's the reason why he's dropping a lot of positions right now. I hope he can rejoin.
And
There's some sort of technical glitch.
yeah, we're going to watch this battle for the lead right now. JJ has fallen back a little bit, so it's just Henners and Freeware right now. Henners had the fastest lap, but that was taken away by Strithium, Freeware's teammate in the racing points.
And Freeware's on the pace right now, fastest first sector.
We
DRS
see-
is not available yet.
Yeah, we see them coming into the stadium section. In one of the most spectacular sections in the F1 calendar. Even though it is flat, but what an atmosphere! It's a drive-through. As Freeler now sets the fastest lap, 119.2. That's 2 seconds faster than Henner's fastest lap,
Yep.
and he's
gonna be
already
quick.
catching him on this straight. And getting very close as they go into Moises Solana.
He wants that position, you can tell. Setting fastest
And they're
lap.
right, and he's right in the back as Charles Non-Crash sets the fastest lap now. I think that's tied fastest lap actually, if I'm not mistaken.
It's out by 1/1000th of a second.
Oh wow! And Ezzy 9 time on the softs 118.728.
Still battling up the front right now.
Yeah, we're still in. We're at Ezzy 9 time making an overtake on Duck Lovers. But we're gonna focus on this battle for the lead. Not JJ. Freeware falling back a little bit through the S's. Did not get the apices that he needed to really fight him. Although he gets a better run through turn 12, coming into sector 3, coming into the stadium. Ooh, and Cram Soup is pretty close to Strithium. There, Cram Soup trying to make a move up the inside at the entrance of Sector 3 to the stadium section, but it will not work. Cram Soup gonna have to strip by, and that's Strithium making a mistake. Cram Soup gets by.
And yeah, JJ's boxed.
That might, yeah, interesting. Ooh, and
Check
Freeware very close, but did not manage to get past. Still fighting.
Damage. Oh, front wing damage from JJ. That's why he's boxed.
Okay, yep.
Cram
now-
Soup. Cram Soup exited the pits. I didn't see if he had damage or not.
I didn't see either. So far we have 3 people on hards: Ziploc, JJ, and Ironhammer. As Vez gets a 3-second time penalty, not very good for his race. Chitsy currently in P10, Charles Non-Crash in P6. As it stands, Charles Non-Crash would, I think, retake the championship. 6th place is 10 points, and that would be 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. No, it'd be 8 points. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that would be enough to tie right now. Charles Non. No, Chipsy would get 1 point, so Chipsy would still be ahead of the champion in the championship as it currently stands.
Yeah, I think he might be calling it a little too early, but we're only lap 9.
Yeah.
36.
Yeah,
We've
just
still got
calling it like as it stands right now.
So Freeware still all over the back right now of Hammer, but you just can't.
Ooh, of the hood making a move on Ziploc. We are seeing this from Chipsy's perspective. Ooh, and they touch wheels at the exit of turn 12, but it's of the hood that makes a move, and it was a very good one at that, and Chipsy's going to try and capitalize off their battling. They're already side by side coming into the final corner, but Chipsy takes a deep lunge, won't be enough, and that might give Ezzy 9 time right behind him an opportunity as he's saying the fastest lap of this race on those soft tires. Chipsy did go a bit deep into 17. Will this be an opportunity for Ezzy? It's looking more like it'll be an opportunity for Chipsy, but Ziploc doing a good job defending. Ezzy diving around the outside, and Chipsy falling back. It is currently a battle between Ezzy 9 time and Ziploc, and it's hard to see from the angle that we're given. Chipsy, though, trying to take it back, goes into P10. Will he be able to overtake Ziploc? They're side by side, 3 wide. Chipsy's gonna have to back up, and Ziploc going into the grass. Coming back ahead, though. Interesting battle we have going on as Freeware is actually taking the lead from Henners. That did not show up on screen. This is
I
currently
was
the
on. I
battle
was on
happening.
board of that. I was on board of that lap as he did it. But this is an exciting battle right now that you're on board with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now they spaced out a bit. It's up the hood, Ezzy 9-time Chipsy, Duck Lover, Ziploc. They've spaced out now. As Squiddy is coming close to Vez. And up the hood has made a move on the Ghost of Scrapman. We'll see a lot of that. Squiddy coming close to the Renault. Coming into, I'm pretty sure this is Moises Solana, the first couple corners. Vez gets a better exit currently. We'll see if Squiddy will be able to make it up. Coming down this DRS street. Not just yet. As you see, Chipsy is making a move on Ezzy 9-time, so there is definitely still battling going on back there. As Ezzy gets a 3-second penalty, and Jetty has left the session as he crashed out, so he's just watching now. As Duck Lover's gonna try and make a move, Ezzy defending well. Ooh, and they're side by side. Red Bull versus Toro Rosso, and Ezzy's squeezing Duck Lovers out.
That's right. As he did tell us during the safety car, he had to make those positions back, and he's already demonstrating that right now.
Yeah, but
as he moves into P9.
Yeah, but Ezzy's on those soft tires, Duck Lover's on the medium. It's only going to be a matter of time until those soft tires wear out, and that battling is not good for him.
And also Chipsy up ahead is setting the fastest first sector, so Chipsy could put some pace, and he's on the back off the hood.
Ziploc currently P11, trying to find his first LOR points. Not managing to find it just yet, as Freeware is in the lead of this race. I believe I saw is that Ziploc going into the pits now is mistaken. Yeah, Freeware, third place last race. We'll see if he can get first now. In the number 34 Racing Point registered LOR is number 98. Would need to change that.
Squid got past Vez, so Squid moves up into P3 in the other house behind his teammate Henna. So that's good for Haas right now. Good solid points, but still we're only in lap 12. We're not even halfway through this race right now. We've already seen a safety car
and a VSC.
So let's look at the tire situation. The front runners are all on. We're looking at 11 lap tires now. Vez in P4, obviously he's running the softs 10 laps. They must be starting to fall off the cliff right now. How long can he go before he has a pit? If he does box for an hour or two, he's going to lose quite a bit of time. Might drop back around P9, P10.
Yeah. Cream Soup losing time on the mediums, not doing very well through the S's. You need to get those right if you want to have a chance here. And Chipsy is going to go for a move on Of the Hood down to start finish straight. It's going to be side by side, going to come into Moises Solana. Although I say that, and Chipsy is now pulling ahead. And so there's a bit of a commentator's curse there. Chipsy gets ahead of the Hood, and it's Duck Lovers and Ezzy 9-time fighting once again.
Yep, looks like Duck.
Yeah. Ooh, and Chipsy's retired. What happened to Chipsy?
I did not see.
Championship leader at the end of turn 3.
Yeah. That's maybe why we're seeing a little bit
And
of shift
safety car is out, and Chipsy will not be defending his championship. Currently, Charles Non-Crash is taking his championship lead back.
Well, let's see if we can get somebody into the chat here. We can get Jetai in here. Pat?
Yeah, no, he doesn't have permission to be in here.
Oh, okay, I can't
yeah, like only, yeah.
Let's see if we can hear from Ezzy again.
Yeah, like everyone on the soft tires, I expect those soft tire runners to be pitting right now, to go on the mediums or hards.
And that's exactly what they're doing. Well, Vez is pitting. Square tire, actually, yeah, all the medium tires, even the 13 lap old medium tires, they're all boxing right now.
Of the Hood, 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. He is right behind Charles Non-Crash. That both in the race and in the championship standings, that won't be good for him. But we will be seeing a new championship leader after this race. It might be the old one in Charles Non-Crash, but a new one in terms of not Chipsy.
That's right. I'm hoping we can get chat to Ezzy again under the safety car and see what happened with if he could even report on what happened to the retirement that was I believe Chipsy that was up ahead of him. So I have invited, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking. The only I'll say, there's the only people so far who have participated in 4 races who have not DNF'd yet are Chipsy and Ironhammer. The others, 3 races. There are people who have participated in 3 races and have not DNF'd. Those would be Squiddy, Henners, Cram Soup, and Strythium.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, everyone else has either participated in less races or has DNF'd at some point. So it's something that happens to everyone.
And the last 2 winners have been reserve drivers, I believe. So we've had Chen, who won the last race in Germany. It was his only race; he won it, and also Mikau, another reserve driver, won in Baku in the previous race before that. And so here we go. Let's see. Oh, welcome, Ezzy.
Yep.
So Ezzy, we saw Chipsy go out. Did you see that accident up ahead, or do you understand what happened?
It was right in front of me, but I did not see exactly what was happening. I was too busy worrying about defending against Duck Lover, who was behind me at the time. I couldn't tell if it was Chipsy who just spun out or not, but...
Yeah, and you were starting to make some positions up again too, as you said that you were going to do, which is good. And you were also on the soft tires, I believe,
and now on the hards.
Yeah, on the hards. I probably should have gotten mediums. With the position with the safety car, I think mediums can last 20 laps. But, well, that's not good news. I'm saying that it might rain.
Ooh, that's interesting, though.
There's also Stone Man as well has been ghosting, which has obviously been throwing some drivers off as well. There, you guys have been battling through him. He's still, well, he's showing back at P15 now. But anyway, I'm not sure if the safety car is going to be in yet. No, not yet. So but you're still battling. You're having fun out there racing with all these guys.
Safety car is in this lap, but
right.
there's been some good battles here.
Yeah, awesome. All right. We got to head out now. So,
thank you.
Yeah, we are going to start this race. See you, Ezzy. Freeware going. Henners does not get a good getaway at all. This might be Squiddy's chance right here. Squiddy going to come after his teammate there, hoping for a situation that's not 2018 Baku, as Charles Non-Crash makes a move on Ziploc. They're 3 wide, and JJ might capitalize on this. Has the slot behind Charles Non-Crash, but he has damage. He has damage already. That's not good for JJ at all.
Not at all. Now he has to defend a lot, and he can try to get back to the pits, or is he going to stay out with that damage? It's going to be interesting to see.
Charles Non-Crash seems to have both of his end plates all settled, so that's good for him.
This has worked out for Freeware and Hannah, who obviously boxed earlier. Remember, they changed onto the mediums, and now after this, Freeware has... well, they're on hard tires. They've all switched over mainly to the hard tires, and apart from some of the medium runners, decided to take that little bit of a switch. We're only at lap 16, believe it or not, so we have a lot of racing to go.
Freeware just had a very good restart, and Henners did not. Ooh, and there's contact between Of the Hood and Ironhammer. And Ironhammer is just losing time as Duck Lovers, his teammate, is overtaken in this Red Bull on Red Bull action here. We're going to go on this back straight. This is Ironhammer. Ironhammer has been glitching, just losing time. Due to glitching.
We have been seeing this
and Ziploc is fighting with JJ. JJ has not hit yet, even though He had wing damage the last time I saw him, and I think he still does.
And Charles has got past Vez, so Charles has moved up into P4. Vez is down to P5.
When they're still fighting Duck Lovers, Striphium, Iron Hammer. And I think I saw some end plate fall behind there. I'm not so sure. Duck Lovers will be ahead of Striphium coming into Esa del Lago. Vez gets another 3-second time penalty. Not very good for his race.
Iron Hammer and Off the Hood are really battling out right now. I saw a little bit of wheel-to-wheel action, a bit of tapping, a bit of sliding. It's all happening at in midfield right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Although Squiddy is catching up to Henners, we're going to have to go check up on that soon. As I believe Up the Hood might have gotten a warning there, because he did kind of cut that corner. I don't know how that works. Although Ziploc, JJ, and Duck Lovers are still having their battle for P6. Duck Lovers through to P7. And Strivium is going to look to capitalize.
He's going to have are we having the DRS enabled yet? No.
On the back Ziploc, there's contact between them. Strivium going to have to settle behind for now. Will he be able to overtake? He's going for the move. Coming around, going to the inside, up to Moises Solana. Who will it be? And no, it will be Ziploc. Strivium has to back off.
Yep, there's a big battle up there, those two.
Ooh, but Strivium coming through on this DRS straight. Yeah, it's gonna be Strivium. Oh, and there's contact. Ziploc comes back and enforces it and puts Strivium in the wall. Has lost an end plate.
He's lost it. Yeah, he's gonna cost him a lot of time now. And there's a big battle. Obviously, you've got Off the Hood.
And Ziploc also has damage.
They're all there, ready to pounce.
And Strivium goes wide again. That lets Hood through.
That's Cransup's box.
Yeah, Strivium just suffering the damage, and Of the Hood, as he said earlier, also having damage to his car.
He went really wide. He's struggling right now. He will have to box to fix that front.
Yeah.
And, I mean, and then also behind, I think, I'm not sure if Ezzy got a bit of damage there. He's got Iron Hammer behind him. They're all bunched up there. So we'll see who boxes.
Ooh, and that's more end plate. I think that's Sororosa end plate. I think that's Of the Hood. That must be both end plates for him. No, it still has the one, but I saw end plate damage. Oh, there's more contact. This time Of the Hood spinning Ziploc around.
Yep.
That is not good for Ziploc's chance at points today.
Yeah, he's pulled right back now. He's even trying to get back on track. He's going to lose a couple of positions now. It's Scrapman, Strifium. Now, Strifium had boxed. He's still in the box right now, coming out. He's in the racing point. He had damage. We have a lot of guys right now with damage right now. We'll see. They're all managing to stay out.
Yeah, Iron Hammer trying to stay in the circuit and just roughing up his car a little bit. Still has both end plates, but yeah, with that, I don't know what will happen in terms of safety car. Things are just happening so fast this race, and I don't know what's going on.
Oh, who went wide? Somebody went wide there.
I think.
Might have been a blue.
Yeah, there's a blue flag going on there. I don't know exactly who it was.
Getting a lot of glitching right now with Iron Hammer, so perhaps that's one of the reasons why we're seeing some sort of crazy driving situations. We're still getting a ghosting.
Ooh, and Ezzy making a move on Vez through turns 14 and 15. Very good work from Ezzy, and Vez almost hits the wall. Duck Lover sets the fastest lap of this race, 1:18.473.
JJ's boxed. Off the Hood's boxed. Yeah, they've had damage. They figured no, it's too much to stay out. Even if it's only a little bit of wing damage, this circuit is very, very difficult with the twisty corners.
Ooh, and Of the Hood has retired. What has happened to his race?
Yeah, I think so. It's a little disappointing sometimes. I think some drivers think that okay, I've boxed and I'm going to fall back and I'm not going to continue to drive. But we've seen many races before when guys have been P12 and they've ended up like P3, P4 by the end of the race. So I always say, always try to finish a race regardless of what position you're in, because you never know what's going to happen. We still have 16 laps to go.
Absolutely. And that will, with Of the Hood's retirement, that will make Charles Non-Crash's retaking the championship lead almost a certainty at this point. As Iron Hammer and Vez are still fighting, Iron Hammer manages to get ahead. It is a bit scrappy back there, but Iron Hammer managing to do it.
Yeah, and Iron Hammer's got old tires too, 14 lap hards, and he's putting on the pace right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I usually race engineer my drivers, I always tell them to not give up, just keep going, because you'd be surprised. It's all about the points. We are only early in the season right now, so there's still lots of points to make up, guys. Give up too easy.
Yeah, Iron Hammer and Vez close on points. Iron Hammer with 6, Vez with 4. And now everyone in the field has been separated a little bit. Everyone over a second between each other.
Yeah, they have Freeware's building a nice little gap right there. It's 5 seconds. Let's have his lap time. 1 minute 18.9. Definitely the fastest man out there. Hannah's almost a second slower on the last lap. So Freeware's just putting the pedal to the metal right now and trying to build up a nice gap.
So you can do Vez just falling back. Was a second and a half. Now it's 2 seconds behind Iron Hammer. Charles Non-Crash though is closing up to Squiddy.
1.3.
Yeah.
See if we can get within DRS.
Yep. And
1.4.
his race results. Charles Non-Crash's race results. First in Canada, second in Singapore, DNF in Azerbaijan, and 9th place in Germany, although that was with a qualifying ban, starting at the back of the grid.
Now he is on the hards right now, the same hards, same as P3 in the Haas. However, we do know that the hards are about half a second a lap slower as they wear down as well. They actually, believe it or not, start to get faster, the hards, as they wear down. So, and then the mediums will start falling off a little bit. So it might give them a little bit of an advantage as we go further into the race.
Yeah, very possibly.
He's almost within the DRS now. He's 1.0012. Now he's dropping a little bit. It's really close. This is probably the closest battle on track right now.
This S's section very tough to get right. That is the point of S's sections. They are very tricky, very tactical. That's on track. I'm excited for when we get to Vietnam for round 10 out of 12 of this championship to see how the drivers deal with those S's.
Yep, and here we go through the stadium section here.
They're close now.
Baseball stadium. You can that's converted into the racetrack. You can hear the crowd as you go through there. And here we go. Can Charles do anything? And he's going to have DRS now. So let's go on board and see what he can do.
Squiddy going down the inside, defending. Will it be for something? Will it all be for not? Charles Non-Crash coming around the outside. And that will be Charles Non-Crash into the podium slot, into 3rd place.
Very impressive. Yeah, especially making those hards work right now for him in the Ferrari. So if he can build up a lead, now he's obviously got to go defensive for a few laps. If he can try to get a lead, and then he's obviously thinking right now about Henta. That's in 5 seconds up the road from him in P2.
Meanwhile, JJ, the reserve in the Williams, setting the fastest lap on medium tires. Currently in the world is Vizone, 10 seconds behind Vez, as Freeware, 3-second time penalty. Does Henners have any time penalties right now?
No, Henners does not, and Charles does not.
And Freeware just on 3?
Freeware has 3, yep.
Yep, so...
I only have the corner cutting penalties, but if they have drive-throughs or whatever, we'd have to look that up separately. But that's
interesting. I don't have my Twitch chat up right now, so I'm also not sure. But Henners now just needs to close it into 3 seconds. So he's just losing time.
Now I do apologize to some of the viewers that are viewing the telemetry right now. It does show that Freeware's on 23 lap hards, which is not correct. He's actually showing 10.
Duck Lovers is gonna make a move on Squiddy. Squiddy just falling back. And Duck Lovers into P4.
That looked like he let him pass then. He lifted.
Yeah. Maybe trying to get him back on this DRS straight. But it's not going to work. Just seems like Duck Lovers is pulling away. Squiddy's just losing traction on this 10-lap old mediums.
That looked like a lift to me. I wonder, sometimes if that happens, it's because they get an illegal overtake. You know, the Codemasters think that happens.
No, it wasn't an illegal overtake. Duck Lovers was just coming for Squiddy for that first time on the start-finish straight.
Okay. No problem. So let's have a look at Ezzy right now. He's up in a P6, so he's regaining obviously after that poor start. He's battling his way through the field. Let's look at his lap times. He's doing 1 minute 20.6. He is off the pace of the leaders as Charles sets a 118.9, and Freeware and Hannah are setting 119.4 or 119.8. So Charles is the fastest man on circuit right now. He's 4 seconds behind, 4.8 behind Hannah, after he cleared. Who did he clear? He cleared Squid.
Mm-hmm.
So, because Duck Lovers is up in the P4 now. Duck Lovers is also on some serious pace as well. So, it looks like Charles and Duck are trying to catch the leaders. Let's see what they can do.
Duck Lovers on the mediums attacking. Charles non-crashing on the hards. Duck Lovers has a DRS. Goes on the inside, coming into SA Del Lago. That will be Duck Lovers in the P4, but they're fighting. Charles non-crash retakes the lead, although Charles is ghosting right now.
Yeah, I'm saying ghosting. Yes.
So Duck Lovers into P3. Currently, he has been half his races on the podium and half of his races DNF. And it's not.
Yeah, I'm seeing Duck Lovers also ghosting. So they were both ghosting, and as we know. Well, as I know from my experience just racing this game for fun, that can be very confusing when you're battling a driver when all of a sudden they ghost. So let's hope that everything's okay between the two and they can continue to resume their racing.
Yeah, definitely. JJ, meanwhile, JJ was in a world of his own for a while. Now he's catching up to Vez. Only half a second between them now as they enter Section 3, enter the baseball stadium. And JJ goes for a dive bomb and will make it work. That's one good move from JJ. He is JJ now in the P8.
Blistering pace right now. He's the fastest man on the circuit, a 118.6. He's only 200th of a second off the fastest
interesting
lap,
move. Iron Hammer in the pitch for softs.
Oh, taking a different strategy. Maybe he's going to try to go. He's in P9. He could try to get the fastest lap at least to get some points, an extra point. But JJ's man on a mission right now. He's fast, but he also has 6 seconds of penalty, so he knows he has to make up a lot of ground. He wants to get further up right now in the grid. 10 laps to go.
Yeah, 10 laps to go. Currently, the last 2 races, the race winners have set the fastest lap. That was not true in the first 2 races of the season.
Oh, there we have it. So sometimes you see that towards the end of these races when these drivers realize that they're not going to get much points, and as long as they're in the top 10, they can set the fastest lap. It's just a matter of boxing, putting some fresh softs on, and setting the fastest lap. But JJ has it right now at 18.4.
Ironically, none of these drivers seeming to see, none of these drivers will be finishing in their best ever positions. So like, it's ironically, so it's like everyone is gonna be looking at this race and I could have done a bit better, although with an exception for Freeware, in P3, but Henner's Henner's also had P2, so except for Freeware, everyone's gonna be this race saying they could have done better, although Freeware is first, so that is natural.
And it's good too. I am impressed that there's only 4 retirements, so we still have a nice solid grid. Well, theoretically we have 13 runners because I think Stoneman or Scrapman was ghosting a lot, so they may not be 100% in the race. Yeah. But just the 4 retirements is not bad, considering the couple of safety cars in the VSCs and also the wheel-to-wheel action we've been seeing. So it's always good when you have a pretty well full grid finish.
Yeah, I wish we had a full grid. We're supposed to. Muniz and Decker have just not shown up today, so that's unfortunate. Charles Non-Crash and Duck Lovers are both back, though, no longer ghosting, although we're going to have to go over to Ziploc currently, but no, he's fighting Scrapman. Scrapman has been ghosted out, so going to go back with Charles Non-Crash, trying again closer to Duck Lovers on that first straight going through Moises Solana.
This is going to work for Charles because Duck Lovers is now on 14-lap old mediums, and we're not quite sure how long they would last, but Charles is obviously in the same, but with the hards. So and we're in lap 28. As we get a little further towards the end of the race, Let's see how all those mediums kind of hold off. Let's look at the lap times. They're
And
both similar in lap times.
I will say we start to see that cloud cover coming, as he did say that Jeff told him that rain might be coming this race. The cloud cover has come.
Wow. Yep, there is rain coming down.
Oh, and I see it. Yeah, there is rain on the circuit.
Oh, it's coming down faster too than I expected. So this is interesting. So we're on lap 28.
We're gonna be on board with freeware. What's he gonna do? He has decided to stick it out. So
this is going to be interesting. Are we going to see some of the back runners right now take a gamble and you know, they got nothing to lose, like Scrapman or Cram Soup, Stone Man, Ziploc? They got nothing to lose.
Oh, we see a lot of people. No, I thought they were coming into the pits, and now just coming through Peraltada.
This is going to be interesting right now to battle it out. Do you stay out?
Oh, Squiddy! Squiddy's the first of the runners into the pits.
Keep an eye on that. Let's see. I'll keep an eye on him and let you know. Is he going to change the inters?
No, going to softs. Weird.
Wow. All right. Well, now, in case you're not familiar to the Formula One game, all these drivers have a wonderful engineer called Jeff. Jeff usually communicates to them over the radio when it's time to switch to the inters. So we'll see whether or not these drivers listen to their Jeff engineer, or they're going to ignore his advice.
Ironhammer looking for a move on Vez, but is not getting closer to him. Maybe that rain falling down.
Yep. For now, Hannah in P2. He's got a back marker with Ziploc.
Ziploc, yeah. Zip tie is a good name, honestly. I like that. For a gamer tag.
9 seconds behind the leader, and we have 7 laps to go as Vez picks up another time penalty. It's going to get slippery out there. You can see the rain starting to come down.
Yeah, you already see Ironhammer. You already see Vez slipping and sliding, and almost goes straight into Ironhammer.
And I can see these lap times right now are dropping significantly. Yeah. Nobody's setting any personal best. They're all dropping at least half a second per sector. So it's getting slippery out there. This is going to be a fun ending to this exciting race.
Yeah, Vez definitely saved himself a steward penalty there. As Cram Soup is going into the pits on 11 lap old hard tires.
Yeah,
will he be
take the gamble?
Will it be the first pit for Inters? Yes.
Yes, I would. I mean, totally. If I was an engineer right now, and my driver was back there, I would say just go for it. You've got nothing to lose.
Yeah. So fastest lap is that chance is basically gone. That will mean that Ironhammer will get the extra point in this race.
So I'll keep an eye on his lap times and let you know about that compared to the soft runners. So this will be interesting.
Yeah. Is this the time?
Yeah,
the freeware race leaders still staying out. Only Cram Soup on the inters right now. We've seen two wet qualifying sessions in Canada and ironically in Baku, but
here we go. We got yellow. Is that somebody off? Who's off?
That's a Renna.
That's
Vez. That is Vez. That's off.
Oh, that's Vez.
Yeah, doing a very good. I don't know what that turn's called, but there's a name for that. There's a name for that turn. Burning the tires out. He's definitely gonna have it. He's on 16 lap old hards, and he had to burn out his tires to get back onto the circuit. And I definitely say he needs new tires now, anyways.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Ooh, and there's JJ coming into the pits.
He's boxed. Now it's getting slippery. All the times are dropping right now. Now they're in 1 minute 20, 1 minute 21, 1 minute 22. So they've dropped a lot of pace right now. I can't give you an update right now on Cram.
Oh, no. JJ onto the soft tires.
That's a big gamble right now. We still have 5 laps to go. What do you suggest? I mean, it's kind of a bit of an engineering nightmare. Like, do you stay out?
Yeah.
Do you...
How have Cram Soup's times looked?
Oh, he's still on an outlap, so I can't really give you that until he crosses the line. He is slower, sector 2. Yeah, he might get passed right now by... let's have a look. No, they're really further down the track as well. Because Cram's also 1 lap down, so that makes it a little difficult to try to get the overall pace there. But it doesn't look like it's raining that much more.
Although Cream Soup is ghosted right now.
Oh, it has too. I mean, it's looking like there's no puddles. I can still see a dry track. It is 24 degrees on the track. The air's colder at 18, obviously, because it is raining. However, I honestly think it would be too much of a gamble. Oh, who's boxing? Ezzy. That's from P4.
Yeah, it's 18 lap old hards. What will he go on to?
Is he going to risk it? Is he going to a penalty there?
Yeah, he's being stalled. Had to go for the penalty. We're not in good view. What are? Yeah, those are inters.
Those are inters. Yep.
Going for it.
He's still gonna slot out P7. Let's have a look. No.
Meanwhile, JJ fighting with Stryfium. They're both slipping and sliding on the track. None of them getting. JJ getting the DRS. He's gonna be able to pass.
Ezzy will exit the box just ahead of him. So this is gonna be a close battle now.
Let's go on board the JJ. Let's see how these new softs there against these new inters.
Gonna have to warm them up really quickly right now as he's got these pace. Oh, it's
already over.
Yeah, it's getting slippery now. These guys are dropping time. Let's have a look at Cram's times. But I think Cram was AI, but he did 131.6. But I think he was AI, so that might not be an accurate.
There's a guy spectating this race who is not in our server. So if you can hear him, I apologize about that. I do not know what's going on.
Okay. I don't think that's going to affect it.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be okay. It's getting slippery. It's still raining, but it's still light rain.
As he's slipping on the inters.
Ducks boxed. Ducks from P5. From P4, actually, I think.
But he's on softs. Definitely differing strategies here.
He's lost a position there now, and JJ is going to be coming around the final corner. Can JJ get past Duck? Oh, Duck's already out. Sorry.
Yeah, Duck's been out for a while now.
Oh, it's showing my telemetry as him being in the box. So,
yeah, a bit behind.
Well, they're sliding right now. They're losing a lot of time. We're in the 1 minute 24s, 1 minute 25, 26s now. Yeah, they're losing about a second a lap right now, and due to this rain.
Crowd's bringing out their umbrellas.
Yep, the crowd's already starting to put the ponchos on and pull the umbrellas out. Crammed in AI. I think Cram's in AI. Let's have a look. Yeah, Cram's in AI. So unfortunately, we can't get an accurate time on the inters until we have Ezzy cross the line and give us his time on the inters. But obviously, these other guys are just going to have to battle it out right now because Freeware's in P1. He does have a 3-second time penalty, but he's way ahead of Penn.
No. Meanwhile, Ezzy is letting Stryfium by. Stryfium on medium tires. Ezzy on inters. It might not have been the right call.
Might not have been the right call, no. He did box, I think, in P5, right? So he dropped down to 9.
Yeah, 9th place.
I think he was running 5th. Somewhere around.
Oh, but Stryfium makes a mistake. As he's right on the back of him now.
Yeah. Are we going to see a Brazil, Lewis Hamilton kind of result difference when we're going to see these guys on the inters just come through at the end and take a couple of positions in the last couple of laps?
Yeah, we'll be on board with Ezzy right now, but Stryfium seems to be getting away. But actually, no, they seem to be maintaining the same distance right now.
Let's have a look at Ezzy's times.
No, he's catching up, but no, we'll not be able to. Ooh, and Ezzy gets a much better run. Ezzy just not having the speed, but the traction. The traction is the big difference, and Ezzy is getting past him to Stryfium on this DRS straight. And
Stryfium also 15-lap old mediums as well, so he's not only just struggling with how wet the track is, he's also struggling with how worn his tires are.
Ooh, contact with Ezzy.
That's cost him a wing. Yep, it's cost him a wing damage.
Yes, it has.
Front right wing damage. And so not only does he have the battle with the tires going off and the wet conditions, he also has the battle with a wing missing. So that's going to cost him. He has to stay out now, but because I don't think it would be worthwhile boxing. He has a 22-second gap to Vez in P10, so I think it's just a matter of just bringing the car home the best he can. Meanwhile, up the front, we do have all these guys on 21 lap hards now.
Yeah.
Freeway.
Really
Charles.
stretching it. We saw people pit on 10, 11, 12 lap old hards.
But they're also doing a lot slower lap times now too. They're doing Freeway is still doing 1 minute 20, 1 minute 28s, and the other guys are doing 1 minute 29s behind him. So obviously with the slower lap times, you're gonna get a lot less wear on the tires.
Definitely impressive. And yeah, Cram Soup, has he retaken control of his car?
I don't. Let me check. Yeah, I think he has. I hope so.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he's definitely gained back. It's the last lap of this race now. It is Freeware having a 18-second lead compared to second place Henners. So we'll be Freeware walking away at this race. We're gonna go on board with him for this final lap and the beginning of this rain.
Even though Freeware has 3 seconds of penalties, he's still got a massive gap.
Yeah, massive lead. It is the beginning of this rain, but it is the end of the race. It's not in time for Ezzy 9 time. Cram Soup and Vez, who's pitting onto intermediates. I don't know why he's doing that on the last lap of the race. He's just letting points go by. He's other than
he
that.
has he has 12 seconds of penalties, so I figured he was going to lose that to
yeah,
Scrapman.
that makes sense. Just have those penalties.
And well, Charles is 5 seconds behind Henner, but Charles has 3 seconds penalty. So at the end of the day, he really needs to. He will not be able to do much.
And we see the fire. We see the confetti going off at the stadium section. Everyone standing up for the racing point. It is going to be Freeware, who is going to come across the line and win in Mexico City.
Oh, with 8 seconds of penalties as well, he must have got some more towards the end. But
it won't matter. It won't matter. It will be Henners in second in the Haas and Charles non-crash in third. Charles non-crash will be regaining the lead of the championship. Don't know by how many points. I can't really do the math on the fly. But that was a spectacular race from Freeware. Just dominating the rest of the field. Duck Lovers coming home in 4th place. See what Squiddy can do. We'll see. Both of them have penalties, I know. Squiddy coming across in 5th. And JJ has overtaken Iron Hammer on the last lap of this race. It's going to...
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good move. JJ on fresher tires, and it shows. JJ will be coming home in 6th place. Iron Hammer across the line, but JJ having the penalties. Iron Hammer will take 6th from him.
Yeah, I believe it's 25 points, right, for a race win?
Yeah, 25 points for a race win. Ezzy coming across the line. Just the switch to inners was a gamble. Did not work out for him. Ezzy will get 8th place in this race. Strip him across the line. And that is the end of this race in Mexico.
So I hope we can get a lot of drivers into the interview room now. That would be quite interesting.
This is definitely a fun one to watch. Lots of action going on. Lots of 1v1s.
Yep, Charles will take the championship lead right now, and he will be on 70 points, and he'll have a 17-point lead over Chipsy.
Interesting, yeah. Yeah, just not good for their championship host for Chipsy and of the Hood that they DNF'd this race falling behind. They only have one race left in the F1 2019 season where things are more stable. It is Freeware, your race winner. Henners, Charles Non-Crash, Duck Lovers, Squiddy, Iron Hammer, JJ, Ezzy 9 times, Strippium, and Ziploc. Ziploc finally getting the points he searched for. Manages to get them in Mexico. Then it's Vez, Scrapman, Cram Soup, Stoned Man, and then your DNF finishers of the Hood, Chipsy, Jetty, and God of Hellfire.
There you have it. And what an exciting race. And even with a little bit of the rain at the end to throw into the mix, obviously the guys running hard tires, a lot of penalties from a lot of drivers. Hannah was the only one that kept it clean with no penalties. once again, we've seen that before. Although the penalties did not decide this race towards the end as much as we've seen in previous races, but we have seen that. To me, almost, I think with Codemasters, the guys that don't get any penalties during a 50% race almost deserve an extra bonus point because it's very difficult to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we'll be heading to the interview room to talk about Freeware's first win, talk about Charles retaking the championship, and we'll be in the interview, and we are going to that interview room now. All right, yeah. All right, and Freeware already in here for your race winner. How are you doing?
Quite well. Yeah, it went quite well from the start. Like, the first 2 corners were quite okay, but then Henry was on my inside for turn 3, and I was forced to go a little bit off track and passed him like 1 millimeter off track, so I got an illegal overtake.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in third after that, but the safety car in lap 1 saved basically Henry and me the position because we pitted for mediums then. Pitted on the next safety car for hards, and that was our race.
Yep.
Yeah. Obviously, I remember you boxing early on the first safety car, so you went straight away to the mediums. You wanted to get rid of those softs, and then you did approximately about 12, 11 laps, I think, on the mediums. And was that the next safety car? Then you boxed to the hards.
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 5 second there.
Yeah, and you obviously, I think around lap 23 was your fastest lap at a 1:18. And then obviously the time started dropping off significantly towards the end as you wore through the tires, plus also the rain. Were you worried at all about the rain towards the end?
No. When it was like about lap 32 or something, when it started raining quite heavily, I was like, it's not worth to pit anymore because I got the 5 second, so I would have fallen like to P4 or 5, and
Okay.
the intermediates were quite slower than the slick tires because
we were struggling to try to get any information from, because we only had 2 drivers that had boxed to the inters, and one of them was disconnected, so we couldn't quite get the exact pace of the inters. And was Jeff also, your race engineer Jeff, was he telling you to box for the inters, or he didn't tell you?
No, because DRS was enabled the whole race, so it didn't say it was interconditioned.
Okay. So overall, you were obviously well done for the race win. So that was very impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to hear from JJ. He was really setting the pace in the middle of this race.
Oh, I might have had the pace, but Jesus, I didn't have the free track, did I?
Yeah, that's true.
I was angry. That's why that pace came from. I lost 3 wings, binned it in the rain, lost a wing, had all sorts of God knows what going on in front of me. Room being left, room not being left, people accelerating, people not accelerating. Don't know what happened, but
Yeah,
I lost a lot of
I
parts of the wings.
I remember one of the things Biggles and I talked about was things are happening so fast, like you can't you can't tell like who's at fault for what.
Yeah, didn't know what's going on, to be honest with you. Didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, having to pit for so many wings, and my tire strategy was out the window. I think I did soft, medium, hard, medium, soft. That's how my tire strategy went today.
Correct. You did. I was just checking right now. You went pit 1. You boxed for the mediums after the first safety car. Did 8 laps in the mediums. Went to the hards to lap 19. Changed to the mediums until lap 30, and then went to the softs. So yeah, a lot of. But to come home that strong after all those pit stops is an amazing drive.
It wasn't too bad a finishing, but the plan was to finish third behind those 2. I was on the same strategy when we all boxed at the same time. I was thinking just pull it home in third, but it didn't come off in the end. Oh well.
Was that coordinated?
It wasn't coordinated as such. I think it was just the right choice at the right time.
Yeah.
I think we all know what we were doing.
And so, Henners, how was your race? You had that momentary lead at the start of the race.
Yeah, it was good. Literally, Freeware spoke for me.
Yeah.
We did exactly the same thing. But obviously, Freeware has much more pace than me, so I just carried on in P2 behind him.
But you also boxed a lot more than he did too.
No, we boxed same,
You
exactly
did
the
box
same.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm looking at the pit stop. Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. I can see that now. Sorry.
Yeah. So we just literally exactly the same. So I know Freeway's faster than me, so I just let him go.
Well, obviously a solid points finish, and obviously with a crazy race as well, with the 2 safety cars, I think 3 virtual safety cars, obviously changeable conditions towards the end. There was a lot of action. We were struggling as broadcasters to try to keep up with all the action that was on there. So, and you guys were doing a lot of wheel-to-wheel racing, so it was
Yeah, it was good.
it was definitely exciting. And so I hope you're happy with your result. Obviously, you probably won a P1, but there's nothing wrong tasting the champagne in P2, that's for sure.
I don't know if you saw on the last lap, I binned it on the S's. I don't know if you saw it on the broadcast.
I think I think I might have missed it, but
Yeah, I had an orange wing for 2 laps, and I was struggling.
oh yeah, there was a
So
lot
it
of wing
was
damage. I
risky.
think actually too. A lot of guys stayed out with some minor wing damage
Yeah.
towards the end
Yeah,
there.
I heard you wasn't sure why I'd gone on the softs at the end. But I'd spun out the S's as well, took my entire wing off my last stint on the softs, so I had to stop. But I'd seen people on the inters and they were struggling. It wasn't that wet, so I knew softs were to go. But that was definitely a choice, not an accident.
You got another thing on the second safety car. Like the first safety car, it said safety car in this lap, like after the last part of the S section. And when I was in the lead for the second safety car, it didn't say safety car in this lap. And we all thought, okay, we go for another lap, didn't heat our tires on the new DRS straight. But then it said safety car in this lap after the hairpin in the stadium section. So we all bunched up till the safety car was in the pit lane. We were going like 30 Ks or so.
I believe
I
that
think-
there was a league race that was earlier, another league where the whole safety car situation messed up completely, and they had to restart the midway through the session. So I guess we're kind of like might have had similar safety car issues, but obviously luckily enough that it didn't completely screw up the whole game, shall we say?
I think that's where I lost my wing to start with when it ruined my strategy to stay with Henners and Freeway. Was the bunch up at that safety car restart was so quick. I think I ran into a ghosted car, but it took my wing off.
Okay, and I
So-
also wanted to ask you guys, because we were also trying it out for the first time, I believe the first time tonight, that if you would be available perhaps to chat to us during the safety car period to talk about your race, during the safety car, so that, you have time. Obviously, we
Yeah.
won't talk during the race, but during the safety car, we did it a little earlier tonight with Ezzy. Just to talk about your race starts and things like that. So if you would like to be available for that in the future, that would be great for everybody out that's listening.
I think
Yeah,
if you
okay.
wanted to do that, we could, if we're in this Discord, and you have
Yes.
a group.
Yeah,
chat
exactly.
that
We
you
can
hop
try
in.
to invite you in. I think in there, and if you want to, you can. If you don't, obviously, we're not going to talk to you during the race.
Yeah.
Green flag, but during safety car or something. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
I'm down.
Same here.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, before we go, we haven't talked to Soup yet. Do you have anything to say? Nothing? All right. Well,
His mic's muted.
oh,
yeah,
you're here.
sorry.
Yeah, do you have anything to say before we go?
Yeah, it's just that safety car restart. It was, just hit safety car in this lap, and then it just went basically, and I thought we were going, so yeah, and just ran into the back of someone, and hope I didn't take them out. I don't know who it was, but yeah, I just ran into the back of somebody, and broke my wing off. It was pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem was I was forced to wait till the safety car was in the pits to not get limited.
Yeah.
That's why I was going so slow.
Crammed. I have a question for you. You were, I think you ghosted a couple of times to our feed, and then you were the first one to switch to the inters. So we're kind of looking at see what the interpace was towards the end of the race. But you were kind of, I'm not sure if you were AI or ghosting or connection issues and stuff. So, do you explain why you went? Obviously, you're further back. You decided to take that gamble and just change to the inters and see if it would help.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, it wasn't the best choice because you know how sometimes you just kind of cross the line and the track's saturated. yeah, it didn't happen, and I was assuming, but and it was a big gamble, but I just didn't have much to race for, to be honest. At that
Yeah,
point
and
in the race.
you were further down in the grid as well. So it's like obviously, why not? You know, you never know what happens if it can get really wet. A few people go off, you could end up
Yeah.
gaining a lot of positions. So why? I mean,
Mhm.
I totally congratulate on trying that strategy, and also it makes it exciting for us to try to judge if the Inters are gonna end up in kind of like that Lewis Hamilton 2009 ending
Mm.
in the wet. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
but still, you had an eventful race with a lot of pit stops. And
Yeah, for sure.
did you have connection issues? I believe you did, right?
Yeah, I had some
Yeah.
during the race, just ghosting in and out of people, and yeah, just
Me and him
Okay.
had some great battles. I don't know if it's a bit too. I don't know if it's a bit too aggressive at sometimes, but for a couple of laps, me and him went.
yeah,
toe
we
to
were
toe.
going wheel to wheel for the entire time. Yeah, it was quite good, man. Good racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you guys provided a lot of really good racing tonight, and it was very enjoyable for us to broadcast. That's for sure. I enjoyed it a lot, and the change book additions towards the end kind of even bring a little bit more excitement in, because before the change book additions, everybody starts spreading out a little bit in the track, and there isn't so much wheel to wheel action, so that kind of brings it all back in. But I much appreciate everybody like taking their time out
Mhm.
and putting up the race pace, and I really look forward to all you guys racing again in the next race, which I believe is in
Belgium is Spa.
Belgium. Oh, that's a driver's favorite. So I'm sure a lot of you guys
Yeah,
like Belgium.
last race of the 2019 half of the season.
So thank you all.
Yeah, this is
And,
one. This is one of the most fun races to commentate so far.
No worries. It was enjoyable. Take it easy, boys.
All right.
Yeah, thanks guys. Good racing. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time. The rest of the week is Mexico, so Tuesday is non-assists. Thursday is assist tier 2. But if then next week, as he said, next week is Belgium, and that will be the last last of the F1 2019 half of the season. And we hope to see you soon. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good night.